This video is sponsored by Enviro Elements. Hey guys, how is it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to add color to your grayscale paintings. Now, if you are a beginner digital artist, you must be painting a lot of grayscale paintings. I know I did, because it's easier to understand values while working with grayscale. But once the artwork is done, now what? How do I add color to that? Now, of course, there are many ways to do it, but what's the quickest way to add a little bit of color to the masterpiece you have created? I'm gonna show you exactly that. So here I have this grayscale artwork of a hooded man in a forest. I don't know why it has now become kind of my default painting. If you have no idea what to draw a hooded dude in a forest. Anyways, now I want to quickly add some color to this piece. I'm thinking of a night scene maybe, so the forest should be blue. But it would be cool to add some warm color to the highlights. Let's see how it goes. So to do that, here's the first method. I'm gonna go to Image, Adjustments, and Gradient Map. And look, your painting is now screwed with washed out details, no lights and darks, and an ugly orange color. But don't worry, we are gonna fix that. If you click on this bar right here, it will open another menu where you'll be able to tweak the colors. On the top, we have some presets that we can apply to the artwork. So for example, if I click on this one, see how it added a warm color and the darks are looking much better. I can move the dark and the light slider at the bottom to change how much of the painting will be in the dark. And similarly, if it's too dark, I can slide the light slider to the left in order to add some more brighter highlights to the artwork. If I click on the color, I can change the colors of the dark and the light tones as well, so I can make the dark tones a little bluer. If I click somewhere in the middle of the slider, I can add another marker and change the color for that too. Right now everything is so dark, but I can choose a lighter color to fix that. I can also control if I want a more saturated blue or less saturated blue. So basically you just adjust the sliders and see where it looks good. Maybe I want the highlights in this piece to be a bit warmer, maybe orange, and the dark areas to be blue. You can perfect it by tweaking the colors. See, we already have some color in our artwork. But please keep in mind that this is not where it stops. You now have some base color to work with. For example, I can create a new layer, select the highlights of the artwork and paint over it using different blending modes. Here I have used overlay to add some variation to the background color. And now when I have some colors on the canvas, I can use the eyedropper tool to pick up different colors and work on the details of the painting, like the warm rim light on the character's hood or on the trees. So here's what it looks like now. It's a really fast way to add color and I love it. Now the second method that I'm gonna share with you is a bit experimental. It may or may not work, but if you like happy accidents, maybe try this out. So I have another grayscale artwork here. Now I'll need to make a new layer and then I need to find an image that has some really cool colors. And then I found this image from Enviro Elements. Speaking of Enviro Elements, let me tell you something about them because they are the sponsors for today's video. Imagine you are a digital artist who uses a lot of images and 3Ds to create beautiful artworks. But never have you ever worried about any copyrights infringement. All of the images that you use are super high res and the 3D elements that you use require no technical knowledge of 3D. You'd say that I am insane, but boy oh boy, let me tell you that it's all true. You can be that artist if you have Enviro Elements. Enviro Elements has a massive library of over 52 million assets, including high quality stock photos, footage, fonts, music, templates, and many more. I particularly like their 3D assets because sometimes you just can't find the images at the right angle, and that's where these 3D assets come in. So if you need an image of, let's say, a tank, you can type tank in that 3D section and you'll have a bunch of choices to choose from. You select whichever you like, click on the View 360 render, set it to any angle that you like, and save it as a PNG to use it in one of your artworks. Pretty good stuff. I've been using Enviro Elements for quite some time now and it has really helped me with the client projects as well as my YouTube video production. You can download as many assets as you like with just one subscription subscription. If you choose to buy it through the link down below in the description, you will not only get access to millions of royalty-free photos in 3D for your work, but also support me as a creator. Alright, back to the video now. So I'll make a selection of a part of that image, then go to edit and then define pattern. You'll then get to name that pattern. Name it anything you like. I have named it colors. Wow, how did I come up with such creative name? Anyways, let's go back to the grayscale artwork. I have already created a layer on top of the artwork. Now I'll go to pattern stamp tool here and select some interesting texture brush. After that, go up here and select the image that you have just converted into a pattern. Make sure that the impressionist box is checked here. Now when you'll paint with the brush, you'll see a combination of colors from the photo that you liked, which is really cool. So I'll just go ahead and fill up the whole canvas with the colors. But before that, I'll experiment with different blending modes to see which one works best with the image. In this case, I think multiply is looking pretty good. So let's choose that. What it does is that it fills up the canvas with interesting colors and textures. You can then color pick those colors and refine the artwork a bit more, like I will do here. I can also transform and stretch the layer to make the color spread nicely across the canvas. The next step would be to color pick from the canvas, set the blending mode to overlay or color dodge, and add some lights and darks to the artwork. Again, this technique might not always work, it's quite experimental, but it's pretty handy when you are maybe creating thumbnails and doing some color explorations. So yeah, here's what it looks now. I think the experiment worked. To some extent at least. The third method would be to add a gradient to the artwork. So I have this grayscale artwork of a Viking character. So let's give him some color now. And for that, I'll go to the gradient tool right here. It will show me this bar. I'll click on it and now I have the option to change color just like we did with the gradient map technique. So for the character artwork, I want to have a warm light and a cool light. So basically a soft warm light should be on the character's face and front, and then there is a cool backlight lighting up the back of his head. In order to do that, I'll have to choose a blue color for one end of the slider and a warm color for the other end of the slider. After that, I'll put a gradient on top of the artwork, set it in a way that the cool color is on the left and the warm color is on the right. Then I'll try different blending modes to see what looks best. I think for this one the overlay is not really looking very good, so I went with color. And now it's already looking nice, but I do wish to change the yellow light to a bit orangish. So I'll go to the sliders, adjust the color and put a gradient again, and now it's fixed. It also has this nice cool light at the back of his head. Looking good. Now you can stop here, or if you want to refine it more, you can make a new layer, set the layer's blending mode to color and add colors to different parts of this painting. Like for example, I have selected a brown color and I'm painting the skin now. Maybe I'll paint his beard green. Alright, that idea sucks. Let's try another color. Yep, this one seems to be working. See how quick this method was. I have used this technique a lot too for coloring my grayscale artwork. I can of course work more on the details now, like painting some brighter highlights on the back of the head. I did the same on the front of the character, added some highlights to the beard, and this is how it turned out. I think it looks good. Alright, so I hope you guys liked this video, hope you learned a thing or two. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, let me know your thoughts and suggestions, and if you want to see more content related to art, please consider subscribing. Alright, I'll see you in another video, take care, bye bye.